What if the future of textiles is not somewhere ahead of us? What if it is already inside what we already discard? This is the age of transformation. And one of the clearest messages is textile waste is no longer textile waste. It is one of the feedstock resources of the 21st century. Today, 85% of discarded textiles still end up in landfill or incineration. So only 1% around turn back into the loop. At the same time, separate textile waste collection is now becoming mandatory across the EU. The direction is clear: toward local sorting, smarter recycling, responsibility from the very start, also in design. So this is not just a sustainability conversation, it is a design decision, it is a sourcing decision, and it is a leadership decision. Because the real question is no longer whether we close the loop. The real question is, will we keep creating waste, or will we start creating value? Textile to textile recycling matters, because the next milestone is clear: moving beyond 1% and hitting the 5% textiles back into the loop soon. And that is why Zukunftsfähigkeit, as we would say in Germany, begins with responsibility. What you see at Performance Days this season is more than inspiration. This January, I led the Footwear Forum jury one more time, 10 experts with more than 100 years of experience in the industry. Together, we reviewed over 1,800 fabrics and materials from over 600 leading exhibitors in this show. As the head judge, it is my great pleasure to present you today my curated top picks from the 4 forum areas. What you will get from me is not a trend list. It is a journey through what I consider truly future fit. You also may give me your business card later at the end of the show. I'm very happy to give you a PDF copy with complementary text. My standard is simple. Would I stake my own work on it? My name is Dehmel. I'm 30 years in this industry as a designer and a strategist, and 17 of those with Performance Days. So let's begin. Somewhere right now, a truck is pulling up to a sorting facility. Thousands of waste garments are unloaded. Someone picks up the first one, looks at it, makes a decision: reuse, recycle, recover, or discard forever. If that garment fails the moment of sorting, it loses everything. No value, no landfill or incineration, gone. This is why the collectors and the sorters are the hidden champions, the hidden gatekeepers of our circular economy. Their decision, made in seconds, determines whether a textile becomes resource or waste. Let's follow the trail. Toray took chemically regenerated garments from Japan and turned them into 100% recycled polyamide. 41 grams, 20 deniers, it stuffs into your palm. High Fashion built 100% T2T recycled polyester in parachute construction. Their diverse dyeing process uses up to less than 99% water and 84% less CO2. Utinas answered from Lithuania, 100% pre-consumer recycled cotton at premium performance level, fully traceable, no compromise. My takeaways for the focus topic are: T2T recycling is now a sourcing decision. T2T recycling has come a long way. Mechanical first, then chemical, and now enzymatic. 3 heroes, 3 technologies, all commercially ready. The base layer is not just the first layer. It is the layer. Skin contact all day. So what does it take to build one that performs durably from day one? The answer is construction. Fine jersey turned fishing net waste into fabric. 100% recycled polyamide from Net Plus, soft to the touch, breathable, every fiber is traceable. JY Textile Technology paired their DryTech home brand with Coolmax Core in 100% recycled polyester. It dries up 3 times faster. Hemp4Tex combined 2 fibers in one construction, 10% Marcel hemp, 90% Lyocell. That means hemp's function and Lyocell's drape in one fabric. My takeaways are: all 3 delivered. Recycled monomaterial that is fully traceable, moisture management technology that lasts wash after wash, and Lyocell from hemp that delivers softness, drape, and biodegradability. Let's add some warmth. This season, the mid-layer has gone on an expedition, redefining what sits between your skin and the storm. King Whale paired tencel with a near biodegradable polyester. 2 fibers, 2 circular pathways, 1 construction. Taiwan Extroma built a 100% Macintosh polypropylene double face with halo section yarns, fluffy, light, entirely PP. And UC Bacon, Sri Guayoli, brings together 89% recycled polyester, meaning 11% merino, and graphene makes conductivity and insulation in concert. Vertical moisture transport built in. My takeaways are: biodegradable does not mean fragile. Polypropylene steps into the spotlight. And graphene recycled fiber is no longer science fiction. The soft shell has the hardest job in outerwear. Facility is non-negotiable from trade to town. Jiangsu Feng constructed the recycled polyamide and polyester with elastane in a 20K, 30K membrane chevron texture, silk-like hand feel. Bristex went further, recycled nylon 6/6, bio-based membrane, mechanical stretch without elastane, and clean brief, cleanly answered. Dehmel is built in 100% recycled polyester with a clear PU membrane at 10-20K, aesthetic dimension, no polymer complexity, 4-way stretch, circular by architecture. My takeaways are: no more choosing between circularity, protection, or style. 3-layer construction at scale, recycled inputs, bio-based membranes. And PFAS-free is no longer a differentiator, it is the minimum. This season, the 2-layer construction, This season, the 2-layer construction, lighter than a 3-layer, more versatile than a soft shell, easier to construct, easier to source. Asahi Kasei Advanced sourced recycled nylon 6/6 from Japan's airbag of cuts recycled PU membrane, 20K, 30K, 68 grams, 20 denier, virgin performance, recycled origin. True Beauty brought a soft corduroy surface, recycled polyamide and polyester 2-layer 10K, 10K. Singled out by the jury for aesthetic conviction. And THT answered from Vietnam, 100% recycled polyamide, lightweight widstop, 10K, 10K, 59 grams, no compromise. My takeaways are industrial nylon 6/6, reclaimed from automotive production, waste reimagined as the next generation ultralight 2-layer, and corduroy is not longer just for professors. And Vietnam just answered the ultralight brief, 59 gram, fully recycled polyamide. Lightweight and downproof fabrics are proving the ultralight and circular are no longer mutually exclusive, even at 21 grams per square meter. Prutex nylon, recovered polyamide from ocean-bound sources and fishing net waste, performs like virgin quality, 21 grams per square meter. Very low carbon footprint from Taiwan. Takizada Nagoya wove 13% Dyneema into a lightweight recycled nylon ripstop, exceptionally tear resistance at 50 grams per square meter. And Xefco combined 100% recycled polyester with X Reflex, radiant barrier technology, 58 grams, Australian origin. Spacecraft physics redirecting heat to the body. My takeaways are ultralight, circular, now recycled, at just 21 grams. Dyneema in a recycled ripstop at 50 grams is not a prototype. And carbon transparency is a competitive differentiator. Performance shirts have become shapeshifters, moving effortlessly from trail to airport to office, blending comfort, performance, and redefined style. Delicacy built an iridescent Aerotech surface in recycled polyamide and polyester, micro-perforations integrated, and contrasting yarns catching light from every angle. New White answered with 100% T2T garment recycled polyester in a mesh jacquard, subtle camouflage, arrangement for running and training tops. Josie Lumelina constructed an advanced 3D PK in recycled polyamide with elastane, precise, stable at home, in menswear polos and vintage-inspired beachwear. My takeaways are, the performance shirt is converging with lifestyle. The T2T monomaterial in jacquard is now fully recyclable. And moisture management through construction, not through chemistry. Pants and tights are where fabric engineering gets personal. This season with a new maturity. Performance is circular by design. P&T Textile engineered it in double weave with recycled nylon face and polypropylene bag. One-way moisture transport by geometry, instant dry. Shinkang Textile introduced TPEE elastic into recycled polyester. Thousands of wear and wash cycles, low temperature dyeing, monomaterial, recyclable. My takeaways are, marine waste nylon is production ready and advancing towards TC certification. Moisture management works through geometry, not chemistry, and it is the durability benchmark. With TPE, performance legwear overcomes one of its biggest recycling barriers. Fashion is where performance learns to flirt. And this season, it does it with confidence. Curated by Luca Zanatta from Diesel and Victoria Strehle from Performance Days, you can look at the creative area in Hall C2 in the end. It has the full story. And the 4 heroes on this slide are opening the chapter. Swing bought a garment dyed cotton polyester into a waterproof and breathable territory, a distinctive hand feel crossing the boundary between fashion and function. Dehmel from Karachi threaded Cordura reinforced nylon through a cotton polyester base. Denim coats on the surface, technical performance underneath. Hans Fortune applied Devoray burnout to 100% recycled polyester, controlled transparency through selective fiber destruction, 10K rated. And Cecilia Florentina wove recycled wool, polyamide and polyester into a classic check, structural, expressive, rooted in European tradition and relevant in a circular future. My takeaways for fashion are: circular materials are entering fashion weight constructions without compromising style. Denim codes are the new performance language and globally understood aesthetics. Luxury heritage and circular credentials are the same story. Workwear demands higher standard than anywhere else on this floor. Safety is non-negotiable, and longevity is the only true sustainable strategy. Sidonius combined flame-retardant viscose, meta-aromat, and 1% silver in a double knit. That means electrostatic protection, antibacterial performance, and breathability in one. IBQ built a high-vis solution in 100% T2T recycled polyester with recycled TPE real elastic, so that is monomaterial throughout and fully recyclable. PE textiles layered recycled Cordura on the face, polypropylene on the back. That means Cordura absorbs what the worksite delivers, and PP keeps the moisture away from the skin. My takeaways are: the recycled elastic yarn problem has been solved. Wash durability is the real performance metric in workwear. And recycled Cordura is now in production.
Welcomes you to the festival without poems, starting at the trend hall in Hall C2 and develop any help.
Packs and bags, the silent hero of every adventure. This category has quietly become one of the most technically ambitious on this floor. Honmu Enterprise traced every yarn, 100% recycled polyamide from fishing nets, no longer threatening marine life, 10K waterproof rated. Dehmel built from 100% bio-based nylon, a diamond ripstop pattern distributing tear forces across the surface for superior resistance. And High-Tex Textile integrated a graphene into recycled polyester. So Graph Core conducting heat away from contact points with a super low carbon footprint. My takeaways are: bio-based nylon is ready for rugged use. Monomaterial is a design principle, and carbon transparency is the new technical specification. Wrap-up Trend Forum. T2T is the feedstock source of the 21st century. Chemical, mechanical, enzymatic, 3 pathways, all converging toward the same destination, material that deserve a second life without compromising style. The alternatives come from the ocean, the mountain, the automotive and computer industry, fabric, factory exhaust gases, and all bio-based and biodegradable sources. The circular economy has more than one address. This floor has all of them. And performance guaranteed. Every material represented in this forum performs as well as a virgin equivalent. Not approximately, not almost. Zero compromise. The circular transition is not a trade-off. It is a new standard. NASA invented aerogel for space. The aerospace industry put it in spacesuits. Now it is in your jacket. The lightest solid on Earth. Thermal conductivity lower and still than air. Outlast integrated aerogel directly into felt. Airsolate fills, flexible, cuttable, construction ready, arriving from Colorado, USA. Imbotex placed silica aerogel inside recycled polyester fiber, not as a coating, inside the fiber itself. Heatlock Aero, ultralight, breathable. SA Dynamics went bio-derived, a cellulose aerogel non-woven, no silica mining, ultra-low thermal conductivity, CO2 reduce, monomaterial. The smallest elements carry the biggest conversations. This is where collection holds together or gives itself away. ACG Accent from Sweden crafted a debossed patch from apple juice waste, 80% bio-based apple skin. No ink, no chemical print, no animal leather. And Decographics from Germany pressed 100% silicone with water into a 3D patch, detailed with surface structure, color-accented sidewalls, catching light from every angle. Wootol knitted monomaterial elastic from 100% recycled polyester, fully circular and genuine performance throughout. SAB Italy re-engineered a snap button that reads a classic, but it isn't. Built for longevity well beyond conventional hardware. And YKK built recycled zipper tape with a repairable top stop design. Remove the slider, replace it. It outlives the garment. Li Peng Taiwan created Ricoya, 100% recycled polyamide, dope dye 10 grams per square meter, and the invisible component with complete sustainability credentials. Flight Deck brought iWarm 5.0, carbon nanotube heating, Bluetooth multi-zone control, machine washable, no hotspots, no stiffness, replacing 3 to 4 passive layers. And Xiron from China recovered cotton, silk, wool, cashmere, and camel hair, combined with T2T biologically recycled polyester. It decomposed and restructured at molecular level. Luxury, circular. So the wrap-up wall is aerogel insulation is not the future, it is the present. If you're building a Summer 28 premium insulated outerwear, you should be evaluating it. The EU digital product passport starts at the label, the zipper, the trim. Build the compliance infrastructure into your supply chain now, before 2027. And the smallest elements on a garment are carrying the biggest conversations in this season. Data, material, origin, design intelligence. It is no longer purely about aesthetics. It is about what you have thought ahead. What you are about to see now has never been shown publicly before. Revealed here, for the first time today, the industry's unseen future, shaped by performance days. Takesada Nagoya presented the first fabric from 100% brewed protein by Spiber. Microbial fermentation converting plant sugars into structural protein fiber. Non-edible feedstocks. Discarded garments broken down into nutrients feeding back into new fiber. A biosphere circulation system. Xevco paired our reflex with Clo Vivo Extreme in 100% recycled polyester. The body's radiant heat redirected, reducing far infrared heat loss by up to 40%, so spacecraft thermal management brought into a 48-gram fill system. Dehua textile bonded an aerogel membrane between a four-way stretch woven face and soft tricot backer, aerogel. 90% recycled polyamide, 10% elastane, the same material protecting Mars rovers from minus 120 degrees Celsius in a jacket fabric from China. So, my takeaways are my wrap up. Brewed protein is the most disruptive fiber story in years. Sugarcane, microbial fermentation, no animals, no petroleum. If fermentation scales, protein fibers will never be defined the same way again. Function through construction, not chemistry, is the circular design principle for your R&D team, and you should be building toward. Exceptional warmth through radiant physics or aerogel as a membrane. By 2030, most of the showcased innovation technologies are expected to be mainstream. The direction is becoming clear. Away from chemistry, toward construction and intelligence, microorganism and physics are emerging as the new drivers of innovation. So let's head towards the most ancient fiber on Earth. Wool mastered thermoregulation long before synthetics exist. Nature was there first. So this season shows that ancient intelligence is being brought to a new level of future-fit performance. NG8 Malas from Portugal wove 50% silk and 50% wool together, two ancient protein fibers from equal weight, equal responsibility. Wool breathes and regulates, silk delivers the handle. Global Merino from Australia combined RWS Merino with Cordura, nylon in rewrapped, invisible in the hand, and durability through yarn architecture alone. Syntex from Taiwan bought 50% merino and 50% polypropylene together, wool-crim trapping air, PP repelling moisture, biodegradable, technical. Ponte Torto from Italy combined 4 fibers. 62% recycled wool, tencel, recycled polyester, and polyamide into voluminous fleece at 320 grams. Lowest environmental impact at this weight. Sampaio and Filhos from Portugal blended 80% merino with 20% enhanced degradation polyamide, designed to break down in anaerobic landfill conditions. It decomposes with the wool together. And Schürrle wool from Austria delivered 100% fine merino, machine washable. The care barrier that limited wool for ages. It is removed. Flytech from China refined 15.5 micron ultrafine merino with lycra and nylon into a four-way stretch construction at 93 grams. Softness, stretch, and durability in one. Imbotex from Italy recovered cashmere from garments and production waste, 50% recovered cashmere, 50% recycled polyester, softness, warmth, breathability, fully preserved. So, with Südwolle Group, wool has entered denim. 55% cotton, 45% merino. The shirt and the jeans, the most democratic silhouette in fashion, it is upgraded. Everyone owns denim. Nobody's denim breathes, thermal regulates, or resists odor, until now. So let's wrap up the Footwear Forum. Wool is no longer proving itself in performance. It has arrived. From base layer to shell, insulation to denim. For the first time, the circular wool proposition stands complete. Traceable origins, certified transformation, end-of-life recycling, and luxury insulation recovered for existing resources. The foundation for premium performance wool leadership in Summer 28 is being built now through early sourcing commitments, shared ambition, and the industry platforms that bring together the right player. Footwear is the most technically complex category on this floor. Every component must perform as a part of one precise system. Strength, flexibility, breathability, protection. And it has to work over 500 kilometers on the road, trail or urban ground. Yushin Enterprise from Taiwan built a see-through mesh from recycled cationic polyester, irregular knit, structured and stable, genuine airflow from open construction. High-Tex Textile from Taiwan engineered Tricor. 3 poly recycled polyester yarn delivering strength, shape retention, and abrasion resistance, with derby construction adding texture and durability. Typhoon Textile from Taiwan knitted recycled polyamide into a warp knitted jacquard. Subtle, uneven color with the aesthetics of naturally aged dyeing, lightest upper in the section. Simpetex from Germany engineered a 2.5 layer membrane with a 4-way stretch at 10K. Designed for direct bonding and knitted uppers, protection and abrasion resistance built in. Lanificio Beccali combined recycled polyester with wool and 148 grams. Lightweight, lofty with an air layer that regulates microclimate compresses under pressure, and expands on release. Imbotex combined pre-consumer wool waste with recycled polyester, sorted in Italy, mechanically processed, no solvents, needle punched, compression resistant. GR Reflex from France brought dual identity to one fabric. Texture at premium a day, retro-reflective by night. Two personalities, one constructions. Nifco Europe built a 100% TPU lessing system. No hard click, no exposed mechanism, no dirt trip. Soft touch, twist resistant, holds under load. Trimco Group delivered a recycled polyester broadloom in rubber print finish, flex abrasion, and UV resistant throughout. Footwear grade from edge to edge. Duraflex Hong Kong reimagined the oldest hardware component in footwear from recycled polyamide. Turn and lock, no metal, no material destruction. Mandesco brings the full picture. Two complete shoes built from circular design principles, ground up. The Ghost Rider Vantage High Eye is a winter trail runner with waterproof zip gaiter and BOA fit system. Clean silhouette, precise adjustment, seal protection. Fluorine-free, 15% recycled rubber outsole, sustainability built in. And the City Shark, partially mycelium grown, isohyphalite, mushroom leather upper, carbon capture mesh, 100% ocean recycled PET lining, and biodegradable midsole, animal-free, unapologetically forward-looking. So the wrap-up for footwear is the circular footwear toolkit is no longer theoretical. PFAS-free membranes, natural linings, biodegradable footbeds, monomaterial hardware. It is here, it is real, on this floor today. But the transition in footwear is not driven by aspiration alone. Regulation is accelerating it. The brands building circular sourcing relationship, now it will be prepared. Circular transition is becoming specific, happening at component level. Removable hardware is one of the most important and most underestimated innovations in this forum. We're here at the end. Just to let you know, digital sourcing starts with the loop. Connecting the performance forum, all forum areas, and direct access to international suppliers and experts. The loop is your gateway to the full sourcing ecosystem. So scan the QR codes throughout the forum areas, unlock the full information, digital sample shopping, and 3D-ready Visu files. Log in and discover the full platform. And a personal credit to thank you to Anna Schuster from Performance Days, who created the AI-generated backgrounds from this presentation. So, let me leave you with this. What could we make different? What could we change where we are here? We all know what we could make worse. But we also know that by that same measure, there must be things we can do to make it better. We can choose more intentionally. We can choose strategy over reaction. We can rewrite the story we keep telling ourselves. Because this right here is the age of transformation. And this is where real innovation is: leading with transparency, creating with conscience, and designing with joy. This is Zukunftsfähigkeit, and this is how we build a future-fit industry. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to make the most of Performance Days. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexa. Sharing the insights is really amazing. It's the insights and highlights, but I know most people want to feel and touch, and there's the digital side with the loop. But if anybody is interested in touching, feeling, seeing how the fabrics drape, all these fabrics and materials are in the Trend Forum, and you can actually get your hands on them, literally. So if you want to see them and spend more time looking at the whole selection, because these are only the highlights and the insights, everything is in the Trend Forum, and I encourage you to go over to Hall C2 to have a look at those and make your choices. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alexa, for being with us.
Thank you so much. And just to let you know, if you would like to have a complimentary copy of a PDF file with all the text, I'm very happy to share it if you give me a business card. Thank you.